Hi everyone, we are so happy you are here with us today.
If you are new here, please click the subscribe button and like this video.
Yes, please subscribe. It really helps us.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. This is a place to practice listening and speaking with simple, real English.
Thank you for learning with us today.
Today, we are going to learn something very useful.
Yes, today's topic is how to talk about yesterday.
We will practice talking about what you did yesterday.
Let's practice together. So, Jack, how are you today?
I'm good, Emma. I'm a little tired, but I'm good. How about you?
I'm great, thank you. The weather is nice today.
Yes, it is much better than yesterday.
Oh, yes. Yesterday was very rainy and cold.
It really was. So, Emma, what did you do this weekend?
Not much. I relaxed at home. And you?
I watched a football game on TV. It was very exciting.
That sounds fun. Okay, Jack, you start. How was your yesterday?
My yesterday was interesting. It started very normally.
What time did you wake up?
I woke up at 7 o'clock.
7 a.m.? That's early for a Saturday.
Yes, it was early, but I had a reason.
What was the reason?
My phone made a very loud noise. It was a notification.
Oh no, what was it?
It was a message from my brother.
What did he say?
He sent me a photo of his new dog.
A new dog? That's exciting. What kind of dog was it?
It was a small brown dog, very cute.
That's lovely.
After that, I couldn't sleep, so I decided to make a big breakfast.
What did you make?
I made pancakes.
Pancakes sound great.
Yes, but there was a small problem.
A problem with pancakes?
Yes, I wanted to make 6 pancakes, but I made too much mixture.
Oh no. So, how many pancakes did you make?
I made 12 pancakes.
12 pancakes?
Yes, 12 pancakes for one person.
That's a lot of pancakes.
I know, it was a big mistake. I ate 3 pancakes.
And the other 9?
The other 9 pancakes were on the table. I didn't know what to do.
So what did you do?
I called my neighbor, Mr. Clark.
Oh yes, the old man who lives alone.
Yes, I asked him, "Do you like pancakes?"
That's very nice of you, Jack.
He said yes, and he was very happy. I gave him 6 pancakes.
That was kind.
Thank you. And the last 3 pancakes, I put them in the fridge.
Maybe you can eat them today.
Yes, maybe. So my morning yesterday was all about pancakes. What about you, Emma? How was your morning yesterday?
My morning was less about food and more about water.
Water?
Yes, I wanted to water my plants.
You have many plants.
Yes, I do. I have many plants in my living room.
I remember. You have about 10 plants.
Maybe more. I think I have 14 plants.
That's a lot of plants.
Yes, so I took my water bottle.
Okay.
I watered the first plant, then the second plant.
And then?
Then there was an accident.
Oh no. What kind of accident?
My hand hit the bottle. The water didn't go on the plant.
Oh no.
The water went on my book.
On your book? Oh no. Was it an important book?
Yes, it was my library book.
That's bad. What happened to the book?
The book was very wet. I had to dry it quickly.
How did you dry a wet book?
I used paper towels, many paper towels.
Paper towels?
Yes, I put the paper towels between the pages.
That's smart.
Then I put the book near the window in the sun.
Did it work? Is the book okay now?
I think so. The pages are a little strange now. They are not flat.
But you can still read it.
Yes, I can read it, so it's okay.
That's good.
After the book accident, I finished watering the plants.
And then?
Then I decided to leave the house.
Good idea. Where did you go?
I went to the shopping mall.
Why did you go to the mall?
I needed new shoes for walking.
Did you find good shoes?
Yes, I did. I found black shoes and white shoes.
Which ones did you like?
I liked both. I couldn't decide.
That's always difficult.
So I called my friend Lisa.
You called her.
Yes, I sent her photos of the shoes.
And what did you ask her?
I asked, black or white?
And what did Lisa say?
She said, black shoes are for every day. White shoes are for summer. Buy the black shoes.
That's smart advice.
Yes, it is.
So, did you buy the black shoes?
No,
No?
I bought the white shoes.
Really?
Yes, I thought about summer. Summer is coming soon.
And you were happy with your decision.
Yes, I was very happy.
Sometimes we don't follow advice. I understand.
Yes, that's true.
Did you do anything else at the mall?
Yes, I drank a smoothie.
What kind of smoothie?
A strawberry and banana smoothie.
That sounds delicious.
It was cold and very tasty.
Did you sit and relax?
Yes, I sat and watched people for about 20 minutes.
People watching is fun.
Yes, it is very interesting.
Did you see anything funny?
Yes, I saw a small child.
What was he doing?
He had a big red balloon.
A balloon?
Yes, and then the balloon flew away.
Oh no!
The child looked at the balloon in the sky.
Was he sad?
No, he didn't cry.
What did he do?
He just waved goodbye to the balloon.
That's a very sweet story. My afternoon was less sweet.
Oh no, what happened?
I had to go to the bank.
The bank on a Saturday?
Yes, it was very busy.
How long did you wait?
I waited for 45 minutes.
That's a long time.
Yes, I sat on a chair and played games on my phone.
Did you fix your problem?
Yes, it was a small problem with my card.
How long did it take?
Only 5 minutes with the bank assistant.
But you waited 45 minutes.
Yes, exactly.
What did you do after the bank?
I was very hungry.
Did you eat lunch?
No, it was 2:30 p.m., so I went to a small restaurant near the bank.
What did you order?
I ordered a chicken sandwich, a salad, and a lemonade.
Was the food good?
The sandwich was good.
And the salad?
The salad had a strange vegetable.
Strange?
Yes, it was purple and white.
Did you like it?
It was interesting. Not bad, but new for me.
Maybe it was radicchio.
Maybe. I will look for pictures later. After lunch, I walked home.
Was the walk nice?
Yes, it was very nice. I saw a new shop.
A new shop? What kind of shop?
It was a board game shop.
I love board games.
Me too, so I went inside.
How was it?
It was amazing. There were hundreds of games.
Wow.
The shop assistant was very friendly.
Did he help you?
Yes, he explained 3 games to me.
Did you buy one?
No, not yesterday.
Why not?
I want to buy one next week.
You need people to play with.
Yes, maybe you and me.
That sounds fun. Yes, I would like that. We can play a simple game together.
That sounds good.
So your afternoon was the bank, a strange salad, and a game shop.
Yes, that's right.
What about your evening?
In the evening, I was tired.
I understand.
I stayed at home and cooked a very simple dinner.
Not pizza.
Not yesterday.
What did you cook?
I cooked rice and vegetables.
That sounds healthy.
Yes, I ate dinner while I watched the first part of a documentary.
A documentary about what?
It was about oceans.
Oceans.
Yes, big fish, blue water, and beautiful scenes.
That sounds nice.
It was very beautiful, but I only watched half of it.
Why only half?
I felt sleepy.
So you went to bed early?
Yes, at about 9:30 p.m.
That is early for a Saturday.
Yes. Before sleeping, I read my new gardening book for about 15 minutes.
Then you went to sleep.
Yes. I turned off the light, and my yesterday finished quietly. Now tell me about your evening, Emma.
Okay.
It was Saturday, so you didn't stay home, right?
Right. In the evening, I met my cousins for dinner.
Where did you go?
We went to an Italian restaurant.
Nice. How many cousins?
2 cousins, Anna and Ben.
What did you eat?
We ate pasta, of course.
Of course.
We talked for 2.5 hours.
That's a long time. What did you talk about?
We talked about our childhood and old stories.
Did you laugh?
Yes, we laughed a lot.
That's great.
Anna told a funny story about me.
Oh, really?
Yes. When I was 6 years old, I ate her birthday cake before her party.
You didn't.
I did.
Wow.
I was a child with a big love for cake.
I can understand that.
I said sorry again yesterday.
And what did she say?
She laughed and said, "It's okay, Emma. It was 20 years ago."
That's a very funny story. Did you eat cake yesterday at the restaurant?
Yes, we ordered 1 tiramisu for 3 people.
You shared it?
Yes, we shared it.
Was it good?
It was delicious.
My mouth is watering. I love tiramisu. After dinner, did you go home?
No, we walked around the city center.
How was it?
The lights were beautiful.
Did you take photos?
Yes, we took some photos.
What did you do after that?
We went to a cafe for one last coffee.
Coffee at night? Could you sleep later?
Yes, it was a small coffee.
What time did you go home?
I went home at about 11 p.m.
How did you feel?
I was tired but very happy.
Why were you happy?
I talked with my family and ate good food.
That sounds like a perfect evening.
So our yesterdays were very different.
Yes, but both were good.
Let's practice more.
Okay.
Ask me more questions about my yesterday.
Okay. Question 1. What time did you meet your cousins?
I met them at 7 p.m. at the restaurant.
Question 2. How did you go to the restaurant? By bus or by car?
I took a taxi. It was faster.
Question 3. Besides pasta, what did you eat?
First, we ate bread with olive oil.
And then?
We also ate salad.
And dessert?
Yes, the tiramisu at the end. My turn. Ask you questions now.
Okay.
Did you talk to anyone at the game shop besides the assistant?
Yes, I talked to a man about a game called Catan.
What did he say?
He said it is very good for beginners.
Next question. How did you feel when you waited at the bank?
I felt a little bored, but also relaxed.
Relaxed?
Yes, I had no hurry.
Last question. What was the best part of your yesterday?
The best part was giving pancakes to Mr. Clark.
That was very kind.
Yes, his smile was very big.
What did he say?
He said, "Thank you, young man. You made my day."
That must have felt good.
Yes, it felt very good. What was the best part of your yesterday, Emma?
The best part was laughing with my cousins and remembering old times.
That sounds nice.
Yes, family is important.
So, to talk about yesterday, we can talk about the morning, the afternoon, and the evening.
We can also talk about food, people, places, and feelings.
Exactly.
And we use many verbs in the past tense.
Let's say some together.
Woke up,
Made,
gave,
watered,
went,
bought,
drink,
saw,
waited,
ordered,
walked,
talked,
ate.
felt.
It sounds like a lot of words.
But when you talk about your day, you use them naturally.
Start with simple sentences.
For example, yesterday I woke up at 7.
I made breakfast.
I worked.
I met a friend.
Step by step.
And remember, you can always say, I don't remember, or it was normal. Not every day is exciting.
That's very true.
My plant watering accident was not exciting for my book.
But now it is a story.
Yes, it is.
And my 12 pancakes are a story now.
So everything can be practice.
Now let's look at some important words and phrases from our talk.
These are very useful for talking about any day in the past.
Yes, we use them many times.
First, let's talk about the word had.
We use this word a lot.
And it does not always mean to possess something.
For example, I said, I had a lot of work to do.
This means it was necessary for you to do the work.
Yes, it was my responsibility.
And I said I had to clean my apartment.
Had to is stronger.
It means it was very necessary.
Almost obligatory, you couldn't avoid it.
Can you give another example of had to, Jack?
Sure. The bank was closed, so I had to go back today.
Good example.
Or it started to rain, so we had to go inside.
Perfect.
So had can describe your day.
For example, I had a good day.
And had to talks about necessary actions.
Now let's move to another useful word, while.
Ah, yes, this is a great connecting word.
You used it earlier.
Yes, I said I ate my dinner while I watched a documentary.
This means two actions happened at the same time.
Exactly.
My example is, I listened to music while I worked.
The structure is simple.
Action 1 plus while plus action 2.
Let me try.
Go ahead.
I talked to my sister while I washed the dishes.
Very good.
Or my brother called me while I was driving.
Excellent.
Using while makes your story more detailed.
Now let's talk about a very common question phrase.
What kind of?
We used this many times.
I asked you, what kind of cake did you eat?
And you asked me, what kind of dog does your brother have?
This question is perfect when you want more details.
You can use it for almost anything.
What kind of music?
What kind of movie?
What kind of book, food, phone, or car do you like?
So instead of just asking, what did you eat?
You can ask, what kind of food did you eat?
It shows interest.
Now let's talk about a word to describe your day.
Busy.
I said, my yesterday was busy.
Busy means you had many things to do and no free time.
The opposite is quiet or relaxed.
For example, my Sunday was very quiet. I did nothing.
You can also say a little busy or not too busy.
It's a very useful word.
And finally, let's look at a phrase for accidents or surprises.
Oh no.
We say, oh no, when something bad or unexpected happens.
Like when water goes on your book.
Or when you make 12 pancakes by mistake.
Yes, oh no.
Yes, this is a very natural reaction.
When you told me about your 12 pancakes, I said, oh no.
And when you told me about the water on your book, I said, oh no.
It's a simple and friendly way to show you are listening.
It also shows that you understand the problem.
It is much better than only saying, I understand.
Yes, because oh no has feeling.
You can use oh no for small problems.
For example, if a friend says, I lost my keys.
You can say, oh no.
Or if someone says, it's raining and I have no umbrella.
You can say, oh no.
But we do not use it for very serious problems.
Right. We use it for small, everyday troubles.
Now let's practice everything quickly.
Okay.
Emma, ask me a question with what kind of?
Okay. Jack, what kind of books do you like to read?
I like to read history books and travel books.
Very good. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Tell me a sentence with while.
I like to drink tea while I read the news in the morning.
Excellent sentence.
Now use had to in a sentence about yesterday.
Yesterday, I had to wait a long time for the bus
Why?
because the bus was late.
Good example.
Now, describe your last weekend in one word.
Okay.
Was it busy or quiet?
It was quiet. Very, very quiet.
That sounds nice.
Yes, I needed that.
And now the last practice.
Okay.
I will say a small problem, and you say, oh no.
Okay, I'm ready.
I spilled coffee on my shirt this morning.
Oh no! Was it a white shirt?
See? You used it perfectly.
So today, our useful words and phrases are
Had,
to,
while,
what kind of,
busy.
and the reaction, oh no.
Try to use one or two of these when you write about your yesterday.
You can write in the comments.
It's great practice.
And remember, you don't need to use all of them.
Just start with one.
Learning English is step by step. Well, Jack, we talked for a long time about our yesterdays.
Yes, we did.
I feel like I know every detail of your pancake adventure now.
And I know all about your book water accident.
And my shoe decision problem.
Yes, your shoe decision crisis.
It was a fun conversation.
It really was.
But more importantly, we hope our listeners learned something.
We wanted to show how simple it can be to talk about the past.
We did not use complicated grammar.
That's right.
We used the simple past tense.
This is the most important tool for talking about yesterday.
Verbs like went, saw, ate, talked, and watched.
These verbs are your best friends when you tell stories.
We also talked about different parts of the day.
Morning,
Afternoon.
evening.
You don't have to talk about all of them.
You can just say, yesterday morning I.
Or, in the evening, I...
Start small.
For example, just talk about food.
Yesterday, I ate pizza for dinner.
That is a complete and good sentence.
We also used many simple connecting words.
Words like because, so, then, after that, and but.
These small words are very powerful.
They help your story flow.
They connect your ideas.
For example, I was hungry, so I made a sandwich.
Or, I wanted to go to the park, but it started to rain.
Very good examples.
So let's summarize today's lesson.
To talk about your yesterday, you need past tense verbs.
You can talk about different times of the day.
You can use small connecting words.
And most importantly, just try.
Don't be afraid of mistakes.
Mistakes are how we learn.
If you say, I go to the park yesterday, it's okay.
Next time, you will remember.
I went to the park.
Keep practicing.
And thank you for learning with us today.
See you next time on Talks Data.
Now it's your turn to practice.
Yes, our question of the day is very simple.
And it is exactly what we practiced today.
The question is, what did you do yesterday?
Please tell us about your yesterday.
Write a few sentences in the comments below.
We really want to read about your day.
You can write about anything.
Maybe you worked.
Maybe you studied.
Maybe you cleaned your house like Jack.
Or maybe you just relaxed.
Everything is interesting to us.
If you want a small challenge, try to use one of the words we practiced today.
You can try to use while or had to.
But if that feels too difficult, that's okay.
You can just write simple sentences.
We are very happy to read them.
And we promise to read as many comments as we can.
We might even reply to some of them.
We love interacting with you.
This is a safe place to practice English.
No one will judge you here.
We are all learners in life, right?
Absolutely. Before we go, Jack, do you have one final tip for talking about the past?
Yes, I do.
Let's hear it.
My final tip is to think in pictures.
Pictures?
Yes. Before you speak, think about your day like a short movie in your head.
That sounds helpful.
Then describe the scenes.
Can you give an example?
Sure. First, I woke up.
The scene is you in your bed.
Then, I made coffee.
The scene is you in the kitchen.
Thinking this way can help you find the words.
That is wonderful advice. My final tip is to keep a small notebook.
A notebook?
Yes. At the end of the day, write 2 or 3 sentences in English.
About your day?
Exactly.
For example?
Today I worked. I cooked soup. I called my mom.
That's very simple.
Yes. In 1 month, you will have about 90 sentences.
And you will see your progress.
We believe in you.
Every small effort is a big step.
Thank you for spending this time with us today.
Thank you for your hard work.
Learning a language is a journey.
And we are happy to be a small part of your journey.
So remember to answer the question.
What did you do yesterday?
Write your answer in the comments.
We can't wait to read about your lives.
If this video helped you, please give it a like.
And subscribe to Talks Dada for more simple, friendly conversations every week.